Hey folks, this is Ben Yessel. How's it going? So, maybe a week or two ago, I was talking to a buddy of mine about. This would have been a little bit, maybe a week ago or so, a little bit over a week. I was talking to a buddy of mine about something that he heard from someone that it was kind of a top secret thing, supposedly. And I didn't take it super seriously, but he was mentioning that there were going to be some repercussions beyond some people getting sick and stuff from coronavirus. But it wasn't, how can I put this? Um, there was a number of things going on, not just coronavirus, that were going to affect the food supply soon, and other things, like a domino effect. And I was like, okay, I didn't take it super seriously. And then another gentleman that subscribed to me showed me another video where it talked about how there were some issues with crops this spring and with the flooding and stuff. And coupled with everybody panicking and getting more food than they need. And I guess it's just the real issue is if people can't get food because someone else hoarded it all. But nobody knows when things are going to be back to normal. So that's the reason why people were acting the way they were about a lot of things. So, as I mentioned to another YouTuber, but so I saw this video. I'm kind of going in a few different directions here, but I saw this video, and a lot of times they have no way of knowing what's really going to happen. But what my gut feeling is telling me is that things might not ever be back to normal. It just might be the case, but I can't say that 100% for sure. Things might be more or less permanently different now. So the question is, regardless of how prepared any of us are for this, how much do we have what we need to survive for half a year? Do we have what we need as far as food storage? And what I mean is, I'm talking about cheap food, cheap and food that will sustain you, that is tolerable to okay tasting, but I'm not talking about perishable food. I'm not talking about freezer food. I'm talking about rice and beans, and I'm talking about other stuff that will sustain you, that won't go bad. But the thing about food storage food is that it's supposed to save your life. It's not supposed to break your bank. It's not supposed to break your wallet. So I don't, the video I read was it made me very nervous. But I have no way of knowing how accurate it is. But it's funny that it wasn't just the video that the gentleman that subscribed to me recommended I watch. It wasn't just his video. It was something else that was verified by one of my buddies of mine. So there's two different people that are saying kind of the same thing. What's going to happen in the next little while? It might not be this month. It might not be next month, but it might be closer into the summer. And I have no way of knowing what's going to happen. So I'm hoping, I'm gonna turn my phone here. I have, that way I get a wider screen. Yep. I have no way of knowing what's gonna happen. I have no way of verifying any of this stuff. It makes me very nervous. But it probably couldn't hurt in the next month or two to get your food storage in order. Now, when things get nuts, if the food that you normally buy starts costing 10 and 20 bucks, and then you start seeing it 20, 50 bucks, and the value of the dollar drops, and everything goes crazy, that's when you want to have stuff. That's when you want to say, okay, we're not going to the grocery store anymore. Or, the money that you have in the bank is next to worthless, that kind of thing. And you want to trade stuff for gold, the gold that you have, but you can't eat gold, so that, you can't eat money, you can't eat gold. So the value of gold might actually go down, because it might not. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully it'll become the next, I don't know, but it's always hard to say. But the most valuable commodity, again, is food. We're going to barter. We might get to a point where they're bartering. Again, this is all stuff that is on the back of my mind, like the worrying thoughts. It's not what will happen. I'm not a prophet, but I can see it happening. I wish I had 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 different people saying this stuff. I could verify it with more people. But I can't. And so I have to say, all I have to say is, am I prepared for the worst? And to be honest, I could probably use some more rice and beans. Even though they're not the most tasty foods, I could probably use... You see, the perishable food is really healthy for you. That's what I've been focusing on. But it's perishable. It won't last all that long. So that's where the canned stuff comes in handy. Do you have your canned food? Do you have your canned fruits? Do you have some stuff? Do you have canned fruits, a little bit of canned vegetables, whatever you can eat. Do you have your canned meat? Everything has to be in cans. Do you have your canned... Oh, do you have rice and beans? Do you have your honey and, peanut butter or nuts or whatever? And do you have your water? And do you're gonna make sure you have a full tank of gas so you can drive somewhere with all your stuff and be safe that way? What's your game plan? What's my game plan? But it doesn't have to be expensive. It's just, let's all get serious about our readiness for things to be nuts. Let's get serious about it. But it's not panic time. Nobody should panic. There's still time, I think, and nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm hoping things go back to normal. I just don't know. All right, you guys leave me thoughts and comments below. Catch you guys later. Take care. Bye.